Who am I going live on YouTube? Not really my style, to be honest. I don't even like doing lives, but here I am, sipping one with you guys. First beer of the day, and who knows, probably won't even have that many beers today, because you know what? Dad life. Straight up a father. And this would be the first year, probably, that I have not had some sort of like gathering to attend or like invited multiple people over to my house, or I don't know. I feel like the last couple of years as I get older, I'm not doing anything like as wild as I used to, but I feel like this year it's even worse. I care so little about this Super Bowl today. Oh. First things first, my kiss. Last one in the fridge, so we got the Black Rocks represent. Black Rocks Marquette, one of my favorite breweries in all of the land. Swig. So, this game today, who wins? Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes wins this game today, guys. It's going to be very simple. I'm going to be honest. I could just be a salty Lions fan. It's probably what I am, salty. But I have never not cared about a Super Bowl so much in my life. Like, I always looked forward to watching the Super Bowl, the mother of all football games. It was my favorite. But we were never in it. The Lions were never in that game. So for the first time ever, we came up one game short. And my feeling is saltiness. So salty that we lost that game. And I'm just upset now, drinking a beer, prepping myself for today, going, do I care? Do I want to watch it? Yeah, I'm going to watch it. But listen, Pat Mahomes, he's going to go win another ring today in a few hours here. He's going to go in. He's wearing a black suit today. He's black suited out. He looks focused, even though, it's funny, his dad, I think his dad got like a DUI or something recently, which is a wild distraction, I feel like. Like, Dad, I'm about to go play the Super Bowl and you get yourself a DUI? Like, come on, dude. Your dad didn't just do that, right? Like, if I was Pat Mahomes, I'd be furious. Not only is Taylor Swift watching every game, and that's a whole different subject, but now you're in the media more because your father gets in trouble for like a DUI or OWI, whatever it was. It's like, Dad, bro, I'm Pat Mahomes. Please don't do that. Please don't put me in negative spotlight. But anyways, he's got the Tom Brady mentality, the Kobe Bryant, the will to win. You can't replace it. Nobody's like them. You couple that with Mahomes' arm, his vision, his talent, his way to escape, the pocket when it collapses. How do you stop him? The Detroit Lions stopped him week 1. The Detroit Lions stopped Pat Mahomes week 1. Yes, they didn't have Chris Jones. They didn't have Travis Kelce. We didn't have the Taylor Swift drama going on right in the stands. There was no distraction. But the Lions, nonetheless, huge upset in Arrowhead week 1. It was amazing. 49ers will win. Brian, good to see you, bud. Thanks for all the comments all the time. 49ers will win. I would be okay if they won, but I don't see how they're going to. Because I'd be okay with saying we lost to the Super Bowl champions, the Detroit Lions, right? So I'd be fine with that, but I don't think Brock Purdy's ready. They have all the tools to go win a Super Bowl, absolutely. I just don't think Brock Purdy and the 49ers will play airtight for 4 quarters. The 49ers got better as the year went on, I think, and then they had like a hiccup in the middle where they didn't play so well and they looked really mortal. And then I think the Lions exposed that again in the first half that 3 weeks ago, that game. But I don't know if the 49ers will play 4 quarters of good football. Pat Mahomes has gotten better as the year goes on. I don't think it was even his fault, some of the losses they had. They didn't have Chris Jones, again, that first week, contract disputes, money disputes. And then you have guys dropping balls all season. Pat Mahomes, boom, laser beam right to them. They're dropping balls. They lost a bunch of games because of that. So they've only gotten better. So does Pat Mahomes walk in? He's been there several times. And he's won. Okay, he's won before. Does he just go in and win another? It's probably pretty likely, right? It's probably extremely likely. I don't care who wins because I'm a salty Detroit Lions fan, so it doesn't matter to me who wins. But if I was a betting man, which I'm typically not in sports betting, I'm going to go Chiefs. I'm going to go Chiefs like 31-24, and if they win by more than that, I wouldn't be shocked. But I feel like the script, right? It never. You don't like to see Super Bowl blowouts, so I don't think it'll be a blowout. But if one team was going to be up by like 2 touchdowns at the end, I'm going to say the Chiefs. They've caught their stride. They beat the Ravens, dude. Let's put that into perspective. They beat the Ravens. The Ravens looked like they were unstoppable the entire year. The entire year they just destroyed, shellacked Super Bowl-esque teams and made them look like they were JV squads. It was ugly. Lamar Jackson made people look silly. Their defense made teams look silly. And then Pat Mahomes catches a stride, and then the defense on Kansas City gets better and better and better. And what are we left with? Pat Mahomes winning. Travis Kelce looking better. Catching everything that goes his way. He's not dropping anything. And then you have the Taylor Swift drama. The Taylor Swift drama that everybody goes hog wild for. And wow, I'm amazed. I'm amazed there's even like 20 people in this chat right now, by the way. So if you're watching this, you must like football, which I appreciate it because this is usually a beer reviewing channel, okay? But you must love football. Blackhawks, baby. 51K, my favorite. So again, do the San Francisco 49ers have what it takes to win? Absolutely. Will they play 4 quarters of football? I don't think so. I just don't think so. It's a huge stage. I just don't know if Mr. Irrelevant and Brock Purdy, I love his story, by the way. I love an underdog. I'm all for the underdogs. That's why the Detroit Lions were the country's favorite team to win because they wanted the underdog story. So he is that underdog story, but I don't know if he can get them there all the way. I don't know if he can finish this game. And I'll be happy to be wrong. Again, I have no dog in the game. I don't care. I don't, it doesn't affect my life. But I guess if the Chiefs win, we can say we beat the Super Bowl champs week 1. So, I mean, I'm not upset either way. But with all of that, I feel like the Taylor Swift drama is unreal. It's crazy. You got Travis Kelce. You got, first off, Taylor Swift. Everybody's jealous of. Let's just put it there. Everybody's jealous of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. They're worth like $1.5 billion with a B, not an M, a B. She flew in from Tokyo. She's like cutting her show short because she's like, hey, I gotta go watch a Super Bowl real quick, so let me get on my PJ and fly halfway around the world real quick because I gotta get off this jet and watch my boy Travis, right? 11 p.m., my mom and dad are sleeping. I'm 8 in Norway. How did you get in this chat, though, low-key? Summit. Like, my guy. How did you get in this chat, bro? Like, this is about football and beer, like, how you in here? Oh, I know what's happening. YouTube's changing their algorithm, that's why. They're trying to compete with TikTok. I bet you they're just flashing this live to people so YouTube can get more people on board here and more lives will go appropriately as the algorithm pushes it. That's fine. Bro, go to bed then. Go to bed. Yeah, so I wanted somebody to tell me why they thought the 49ers would win, and I guess, I don't have a big enough audience, so no one's going to be able to bring any evidence to the table, but this is just a fun hangout. I'm chilling, having a beer. It's Kansas City's time again, and unfortunately, we're living the same nightmare again from 2020, right? It's like you got the 2020 Super Bowl teams, same teams, and then don't get me going, it's the same year of election. So we got 2020 election, same as 2024. Super Bowl 2020, same as 2024. What is going on, right? I'm in the Twilight Zone. You're drinking Voodoo Ranger Haze Glare. I do not know what that one is, Brian. Hazy glare. Haze glare. The Voodoo Rangers are so hit and miss with me. Like, I feel like they can be so artificial, you know? I mean, like, I guess if that one's 9.5%, the value's there. And they're so cheap, too. Like, New Belgium, crushing it with quality and, I mean, obviously, quantity. You're getting the ABV. You're getting the huge beer for the cheap price. So, I mean, they're good beers for sure. There's no doubt about it. But the last one, that whatever that last haze was, man, the tropical one, it was terrible. Like, I looked back at that review and I gave it a 3 out of 5. Like, I almost want to give it a 1 because it just wasn't good. I mean, I had a sip of it again today because I was doing another video and I kind of cut the can in half and I was like, all right, let me sip this. It was not good. It was not good at all. So, with everything being said, back to the Super Bowl talk. Yeah, Pat's going to go win one. He's got the Tom Brady mentality. He's on a different level than Brock Purdy. It's just a fact. I don't think Brock Purdy's ever going to be Pat Mahomes unless he proves it today. Somehow goes in there in Las Vegas, dominates Pat Mahomes, dominates that defense. He's got great weapons around him, fantastic weapons. I mean, I could almost be out there throwing, but, you know, Brock is certainly athletic, and he's got a decent arm. He makes good decisions. But he can also throw picks, too. So, you know, if he gets pressure and he can't escape, it's a wrap, man. And if that defense gets going for Kansas City, I just think that it's Pat. It's Pat Mahomes. It's Taylor Swift. It's Travis Kelce, man. As much as I hate to say that because I want to say it's Jared Goff and the Lions, but it's not. So we're just hanging out, and this is going to be where I pretty much cut this one. I appreciate that I had some viewers in here for a while. That was fun. No one really did anything in the chat, but that's all right. I feel you. It's usually a beer channel. Maybe I'll jump back on here. We'll see. Maybe I'll review something live. I have so many freaking good beers, man. I should get into this Vanilla Black Note 2019 one of these days. Yeah. And it's like, you got the Bourbon County. Okay. The variant. Freaking $24. Ugh. $25 for that. It's so wrong. I got a lot of good beers to drink. Nitro S'mores. Southern Tier. And, you know, I'm saving this for a rainy day. I think I have 2 left, but Larry's Last. Like, I feel like this should never be drank. I have 2 of them, so maybe I'll only drink 1. I think San Francisco has the run game and short pass game. I agree, Brian. McCaffrey. If there's anybody I want to get a ring on San Francisco, it's Christian McCaffrey. I think the dude deserves it. He's a hell of a player. Yeah, he's awesome. I mean, he deserves one. But they're going to have to play 4 quarters of football. That's a fact. Really haven't watched too many games. Yeah. I mean, you're probably more concerned with the beer, right, than you are about the game. So, and that's fair too. That's funny. The most called in day of the year, where there's the most call-ins, is the day after the Super Bowl. Think about that. Out of all the holidays and all the things that are going on in the world all the time, the day after the Super Bowl is the most called in day of the year. So, good beer flows, obviously, and good beverages flow. So, guys, I'm chilling. I'm having a good evening. You know, we can talk another time. We can do more reviews going forward. I will. I've got a nice lineup coming. Maybe I'll get back to what's in the cellar Wednesday. So, just a couple more beers, and I'm going to be chilling tonight. Wifey comes home. She wants to watch the game. You know, we've actually been watching Caitlin Clark more. I'm a big Caitlin Clark fan. Isn't that weird? Women's basketball. Caitlin Clark reminds me of Kobe Bryant so much. It's that win or die mentality. And I dig that. So this has gotten off the rails. We're going to stop it here. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And until next time, pros, cheers, yamas, whatever you want to say.